So I was watching that show, The Assembly.
Oh, my son was talking about that.
It was good. Interesting.
When they get like 30... You explain it to everyone.
It's
Explain
where they get some journalists who are autistic,
Right.
and they interview well-known people.
They're kids, though, aren't they? Young journalists,
They're
aren't
well,
they?
student. I would say they're probably in their early 20s.
Why are there so many autistic journalists? How do they find so many
I don't-
autistic
that's
journalists?
That's a good question. Well, maybe...
I don't think most journalists would be autistic. It's hard to be a journalist and be autistic,
Now,
isn't
see,
it? Or-
now we're getting into areas that...
we don't know anything about.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
Because also there's a broad range of autism. I know that much.
Well, there was a show called Love on the Spectrum,
yeah.
which was, in a way, a glimpse of the life of people falling in love or trying to fall in love with autism. And it was fascinating. They did 2 series. They did a UK version. I think it originated here.
Yeah, and the guy spun off into his own sitcom.
Yeah.
Into Austin.
He's very good.
That Adam Zwar works on, yeah.
He's very good.
Friend of the show.
So this one it's a group of people in a room and they're asking questions of well-known celebrities.
And Hamish went on it, didn't he? Or-
Yeah. I've only seen the first episode, which was with Sam Neill, and it was good. It was because their questioning was intriguing, enlightening, and for want of a better way of saying it, they asked questions that you probably wouldn't have asked you. Know.
Yeah, they're a bit more...
I hate sort of describing it like us and them, because I don't think that's right. Here's
your lunch. You've had your lunch?
Again?
We're recording?
Do I sound any different?
No.
Because the reality was today was different. I had lunch. You didn't. You sat there and watched me eat. Was it repulsive to watch me eat?
No, I was looking at my phone.
Got quite good manners.
I've been out because it's curriculum day. We went for lunch with the kids and Kieran.
You're a good dad. You had lunch with your kids during the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Above and beyond the call of duty.
We went down to a part of Richmond where Cremorne, which is the inner city. There's so many offices and stuff down there. There's so many corporate people. And the kids go, what do these people do? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what they do.
And you were hanging around. You were a dad with his kids on an adventure.
Yeah. And all these people are like busy and they're getting their coffees and they're touring the facility. I don't know what they do. What's that song by Kate that goes, I'm touring the facility. I've got a long... Do you know that song? Remember that song?
I don't know any songs.
Okay.
So where was I up to? Oh, yes. We were talking about The Assembly, new show. And it's all on iView if you want to watch it.
ABC, isn't it?
Hamish Blake is on the second episode, which I haven't
Who
watched.
runs it?
I don't know. What do you mean runs it?
Is there someone that hosts it?
Lee Sales is the journalist.
Lee Sales. Lovely Sales.
I'm not sure that she's hosting it, though. It's a voiceover.
She's a big fan of this show.
She is not.
No, sorry, I'm a big fan of her show. Go on.
The
one with Annabelle Crabb. Have you heard a podcast with Annabelle Crabb?
Should I have?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, it's great.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, I love it. No, I haven't, sir.
Really good. Yeah. And also, we've got to mention that Sizzletown gave us a mention.
Who did?
Tony Martin's Sizzletown.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, we mentioned in the opening thing that we're going to Podworks where he records his podcast, and we run him over, I think.
Fictitious.
Of course.
And we run him over.
I think we run him over.
I'm always thrilled when I get a plug from Tony Martin.
Oh, no, it's exciting, isn't it?
So, the show's on. They gather around in a room. Sam Neill comes in, pretty special, movie star.
Jurassic Park.
There you go. And then they asked him a few questions. He was really nervous.
Yeah,
you could tell he was nervous. And I would be too, because you're going into a situation where you go, I kind of know how this interview works.
So some of the interview, they're a bit blunt. Is that what you're saying?
The questioning was normal, but also from a really fascinating perspective and quite heartwarming to watch the whole thing unfold. But one of the questions was, one of the girls who suffered badly from anxiety, she said, how do you deal with anxiety and with what you do? And you can see that he was anxious. He went, I have a bit of toast.
Oh, did he? A bit of toast?
He has a bit of toast.
Wow, nice.
And then he just says, well, you know what? I just remind myself that I'm good at this and I've done it before and I'll just go and do it again, which is kind of what you do. You go, you know what?
You've got to do that.
Yeah, I do that. I mean, I'm sure when you walk on stage, I know I can. Yeah. If there's a road bump, I think I can handle it. I know I'm the same when I do things. I go, look, I've done this before. Like I did one the other night, and I go, you know what? If it doesn't go that well, As you always say,
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No, you didn't hurt anyone.
No, you're not doing brain surgery.
No. So therefore, it's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person.
No.
No, if you know, people don't laugh at you or don't like whatever you're doing. And now bring this back to me. He said, have a piece of toast. I was leaving the supermarket the other day. And you know when sometimes at the supermarket they have things in the aisles, but then they'll put stuff out in the leaving areas.
Yeah.
You know, near the cash register.
Yeah.
And they'll be on special.
Yeah.
I haven't done this for a long time, but there was crumpets there.
Oh, I love a crumpet.
And not only that, I didn't know this, or maybe I did. You got your round crumpet, and you got your square crumpet.
Yeah, that's a sort of a recent thing, I reckon. Square crumpets.
Square crumpet, and they have a line down the middle where you can cut them in half.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and went, I probably shouldn't have crumpets because
Oh, they're good though.
How good are they?
They're great.
Anyway, the other night. Normally when I bring things home, we'll put them down and we'll put them in the cupboard. Then we won't have them. But one night I went. It was a cold night, and I went late. I went,
crumpet.
Do you want a crumpet? And
what'd you have on it?
Well, this is where it gets really
See, I love peanut butter on crumpets.
Selena had one, and I had one, and on hers she put, I think she put butter.
So did you go the round one or?
Went the square one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'd like to have gone to that meeting.
Yeah.
Because they got the round one. It's going well. And then
Classic.
they go. And then there would have been a meeting. There would have been. And what's happening today? We're discussing bringing out a square crumpet.
Brad Oakes, who I've just been on tour, was saying his sister makes crumpets.
What?
Because they're quite hard to make. Because they're a bread, but they're fried or something. Because when you buy them, they're pre-cooked. You know that.
Yeah.
They're
And
pre-cooked.
they can take really long time in the toaster.
Yeah.
Is there a crumpet setting on the toaster?
There is on some toasters, absolutely.
Yeah, quite often not enough done. Back you go for another go. So anyway, Selena puts butter on. Looks nice. I think she put a little bit of, what did she put? Maybe a little bit of peanut butter.
Oh, yum.
And then lemon.
Whoa, that's interesting.
And I went, hey, what? This is kooky.
It's a bit MasterChef.
Yeah. I got to say, took me to the other side.
Really?
It's my new favourite thing.
Well, you know, my brother was saying, because he's a bit of a cook, Mark, and he read this thing. They asked all these chefs, if you were on a desert island, and you could either take, you've got food, but you could either just take salt, lemon, or pepper. He said all the chefs chose lemon.
Really?
Yeah. You think they choose salt? No, they chose lemon over everything else. So I reckon lemon's a secret weapon.
I reckon it punches way above its weight. And not only that, it's a very good cleaning product.
Oh, we've got a lemon tree. It's
really is really good. I've got to be honest, and it's very good for your digestion.
Oh, the lemon flavour is beautiful.
Yeah, when he invented lemon,
well.
He did really well.
He did well.
And it comes in a package, a beautiful package that you pull off a tree.
Smells good.
Doesn't cost that much.
My daughter made lemon tart the other day.
Is there anything better than lemon tart?
Beautiful.
I think we could do a podcast devoted to the lemon. All the ways that it's affected
We
our
did
life.
lemons once.
Did we?
Lemons and the mafia. Because that's how the mafia got set up. Because they controlled the lemon trade in Sicily, I think it was.
We've already done it.
We've already done lemons.
I'll pat ourselves on the back. So,
do you know the U2 song? Lemon.
No, you're making that up.
No, there's a U2 song called Lemon. Lemon. It was a single. Officer Roper, maybe? Lemon.
So he's turned up to a U2 songwriting session. Going, Bono's
I've
got something about stuff in the streets. I've got something about divorce. I've got something about lemons. What?
Lemon.
How's it go?
Lemon.
It does sound like a made-up song about lemons.
It's in the 90s. Lemon.
Anyway, I'm now converted to buying things on the way out from the supermarket because it's a little surprise.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know whether you probably won't go with me on this, but I thought I'm on a good roll as I'm walking out of the supermarket. Next time I was at the supermarket, because we already had the crumpets at home, I picked up a packet of pikelets.
Oh, yeah, they're good. Yeah, no, I'm with you on them.
Pikelets?
Karen bought some the other night.
Did she really?
Yeah, in the packet.
Yeah, packet of pikelets.
Because I came home and she said, we're having pikelets. I said, did you make them? She said, no, I bought them.
See, now how did you have them?
No, it's jam and butter.
I had jam. I bought some jam the other day. It cost me $9.
Oh, jams.
It was a special jam. It was
Bonbon, or was it called?
No, it was from a
French.
a special store down the coast, and a little bit of yogurt.
On a pikelet. Oh, yeah, that'd be all right. It's like
good.
Like a cream
I mean, you could have
substitute.
cream, absolutely. When does a pancake
Become a pikelet.
Yes.
It's a size thing, isn't it? There's
yeah.
no difference in the ingredients, I reckon. There's very little difference.
Hey, what are you making? Making pancakes. Oh, hang on. I haven't got enough to make a whole pancake. It's going to be a small one. Well, it'll have to have a name. What do you want to call it? I don't know.
Pikelet.
Pikelet. Because they are around about as big as the palm of your hand, whereas a pancake is as big as your head. No.
Yeah, pancakes. I love pancakes.
Did you all have pikelets?
I didn't have any. The kids did.
She put them out on the table. Yeah,
and you could just help yourself.
Help yourself. Grab a pikelet. And what condiments did you go?
It's jam and butter, basically.
Jam and butter. Cut it in half or just pick it up?
I think you pick it up and fold it. Oh, classic.
Yeah, I've been doing the Alex thing, which is food that isn't worth taking across to eat in front of the television. I've been standing at the table.
Just eating it there.
Eating it there. I'm going, woof, woof, down you go. Job done.
So you've bought crumpets, pikelets. What's next for you?
What's
next?
I am endlessly
fruit.
excited.
What about those fruit muffins that are like a crumpet, with little bits of fruit in them? You know those ones? English muffins. I think you're going to go English muffins next. You know them?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
They're made by Tip Top. They're in a packet, in a bread packet.
I only will qualify. It has to be... I think it has to be on my exit. I can't go there and find it specifically.
Yeah.
Because it's smart. It's smart by the supermarkets. They'll put them out here, and even if they're not on sale, it looks like they're on sale.
Yeah, it's a trick. Papadums.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So at the end of this podcast, we should offer something for people that is the version of pikelets. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be something that it's a little thing. Oh well, I wasn't expecting that.
Right.
Which you do sometimes. You give us a little joke or
a
bit of information.
Pikelets.
Yeah. So it's a new bit of terminology for somehow related listeners. The pikelet or the crumpet in your day. What's the crumpet in your day?
What's the crumpet in your day? Give us a call, 1300 222 774. Or you can text 0437 774 774. What if you walk up and there's just condoms? You wouldn't buy them?
Well, I've got plenty. That would never be used, so I just go. Have they got use by dates or not?
Yeah. That's someone comic used to do that. I don't need that pressure. You got the use by date expired. All right, bring on the music.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Here we are. Been meeting a lot of listeners to the show actually on tour.
You say that.
Yeah, and Kasula and Cara. I say, and often they say we only knew about the gig because you mentioned it on this podcast. So I've got to tell you where I'm going.
Oh well, yeah. No, we have
Colac. I love Colac. You know Colac?
I haven't been. If I've been to Colac,
yeah, you've been to Colac.
I haven't been there. Oh no, I did come home via Colac the other day when we went inland from Lawn and then went round the back way back home. Yep.
That's Wednesday, 18th of September. 9th of September, Horsham. 20th September, Portland. There we go. People are listening out there and want to connect. Come along, because I always hang around and talk to people like a sad, lonely man.
When you say you hang around and talk, what does that mean?
Well, often I sell books. I'll bring my books along and sell them. No, what happens when you turn up to these theatres? The guy goes and he's got a clipboard and he goes, and meet and greet after the show? I'm like, yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. But people are very keen. In Kasula, which is in the southwest of Sydney, people bought lollies and stuff. And
what do you mean they brought lollies?
Because I do the Junkies podcast.
They brought lollies for you to try?
To have.
While they're watching you?
Yeah, they give them to me after the show. Oh, yeah. I had a big night in my hotel room. Oh,
so they give you... so it's like a donation to it's an offering.
Yeah.
They bring an offering.
Sacrifice.
Wow. And then you are obliged then to go back to your room.
And eat them. I've got to tell you, I got so much I put in my bag on the plane. I kept it in the wardrobe away from the kids. So
that's
I've got a secret stash.
Dad keeps on wandering up and going into the room and coming out with...
My son said, what are you eating? No, nothing. Just a date.
So are you really keeping those lollies? Because surely your kids could have them. Don't you want the kids to have a treat?
Look, they got enough treats. I'll have a look tonight. I'll see what's left.
When my dad used to go to the Masonic Lodge, he would come home late at night. He would have had a few beers and he would have got a party pie and put it in his pocket and wrapped it up in a napkin. So I'd get a party pie at about 11:30 at night in bed.
Oh, yeah.
How good was that?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So you can do the same for that. You should walk in the door after a gig and throw bags of lollies about. Or you have a hunt. Have a lolly hunt. Jeez,
in Dad's walk-in wardrobe.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening to the podcast.
Oh, look, it's lovely to hear that. And because I'm
You don't get out much.
Well, I'm a hermit. You're the only person that keeps me in touch with what's happening in the real world.
Not really.
Oh, you're in the real world. You're
I
out
am.
there.
I'm
you're
out there,
of the
man.
people.
I'm out there.
Yeah.
Well, we should get the topics. We get 2 topics. Got to work out how they are related. What are the topics, Sam?
Springtime spring rolls and gold bars.
Wow.
That was a song, wasn't it?
You are gold. Always believe in your soul. Spanner Ballet. You've got the power to know. You're indestructible. Oh, I love Spanner Ballet. I saw them a few times. Always believe.
You went and saw Spandau Ballet.
I saw them in the 80s.
That's very much your period, isn't it?
Yeah. New wave British.
Everyone does that dance. That weird.
Yeah. You're right. The arms up in the air. You're right. The Duran Duran. Yeah. I saw them in the 80s, and they split up. The drummer, the sax player, and the singer, Tony Hadley, sued the brothers who wrote all the songs, the Kemp brothers, the guitarist and the bass player.
Really?
And then
So good.
they lost the court case, and then they just kept playing together. Imagine the Monday after the court case. G'day, Gary. G'day, Tony. Yeah, not a great result for you blokes, but anyway, plug in your,
That's weird, isn't it?
Isn't it? They still played together.
And the court case, it wouldn't have been friendly.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, so they're all going, well, I don't want to not be part of the money anymore. So therefore,
yeah,
I've got to
maybe
stay
that's
with-
why.
Yeah. That's like the Thingo brothers who are just getting back together.
Oasis,
What's happened there?
Noel and Liam.
Happened a couple of weeks ago.
I interviewed one of them. I interviewed Noel. They're little. They're tiny.
When you say tiny, how tiny? Like as big as like a Barbie doll or like...
No, they're not Grant Denyer. They're more Rove. They're little.
Are
They're
they
little-ish.
Daryl Summers?
Yes.
They're a Daryl Summers,
Yeah,
aren't
they're
they?
Daryl Summers.
But are they slight or are they...
Oh, no, they're skinny. They're little guys. Yeah, they're not big.
But they'd be good fighters, I reckon.
Well, they say they are. I don't know. Noel is very funny.
Which is the one that was on with the Zan Rowe?
I think that's Noel. He's the guitarist who wrote all the songs, and Liam's the singer.
Right.
I don't know. They had a fight backstage at a concert in France, and he threw a plum at his head, and that started
A plum.
a plum.
And that was it?
That was it. And they started punching on.
And then that, what? Well, plum, yeah, that could be quite hurtful. A plum in the plums.
But gold's interesting because gold's been a currency for a long time, hasn't it? And people, all those preppers and stuff you see on those shows where they're building bunkers, they often have gold bars and silver as well because it outlasts currency.
It stands alone, doesn't it? It's gold. So therefore, it's not part of a monetary setup. So therefore, it can't become worthless. People often say when there's problems with the stock market that you should go
Just
to
buy gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that I invest in the stock market. I wouldn't know anything about it. But gold.
I had gold shares once because I work with Tom Elliott, who's now on radio.
Yeah.
And he was a stockbroker because we did Triple R together, community radio.
Yeah.
And he would ring up and whisper on the phone, buy these shares. Golden Valley, mate.
Yeah.
Like, why are you whispering? If the tax department are listening, they're listening. I don't think he wanted people in the office to hear him.
But he would say it on air.
No, he just ring me on my home phone.
Oh.
Buy these shares.
Really?
Buy these.
Well, that's insider trading kind of thing, isn't it?
You got to sell. There's always some information coming from somewhere. So he told me to buy. So I bought shares like what we refer to, Glenn, as blue chip shares.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, Country Road.
BHP.
I didn't buy BHP, but if I hung on to those shares, Coca-Cola. Anyway, I shouldn't have sold. Anyway,
What did you say then? Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Because look at me, I'm drinking Coca-Cola right now. Anyway, so he said buy the Indonesian speculative mining shares called Golden Valley, right? And so I bought them at like $1.
How much did you buy? How many?
Oh,
$1,000?
$2-3 grand, I reckon.
Wow. You're a high roller. You're the real deal.
I wouldn't have had much money back in those days. Anyway, so I bought them and they went through the roof because they found a geologist did some samples and they found gold in the samples, right? And so that it just shoots up, you know what I mean, straight away. But then
Whoa, look out. So
you
what
gotta,
is it?
you gotta sell the shares. What? You gotta
Something
sell the
else
shares. Well, what happened was the geologist faked the samples, right? And they landed in Indonesia in a helicopter and he ran off into the jungle and was never seen again. Just ran off with my money.
So hang on, you couldn't sell them.
I sold them at a
You
bit
bought
of
them from a company, or did you buy them?
That's on the stock market.
But was it a company?
Yeah, it's a public listed company.
So
All
therefore,
legit.
right? Oh, of course. it was.
Golden Valley Mining, they were called. I still
So
remember.
you're investing in a mining company who was onto some wine, but gold, but that wasn't really.
It wasn't real. Wasn't real.
Wow. And did you lose money?
A little bit, I think.
How much?
No,
A couple of grand.
$500 maybe or something like that. I sold them pretty quickly. Because they kept going up and up. I'm like, I should sell now.
yeah.
They've like gone 10 times the amount.
Greed.
And then it all went pear-shaped.
But didn't you do Australian history in...
Yeah.
Have we talked about...
We talked about the Gold Rush before.
And the Peter Lawler and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
Eureka Stockade.
So Australia, and especially Victoria...
The Gold Rush was fascinating. Like...
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah. Well, that's why we have Ballarat and Bendigo and places like that now, because of the Gold Rush.
Yeah.
So,
Well, there you go.
well, you're not happy with that? I find it fascinating.
Why do you find it fascinating? I'm not saying it's not.
Just because it was this boom around the world. So it wasn't just here; it was in America and Canada as well. And it's just like,
Why? There's gold in them there hills.
and they just put that value on a mineral, basically, isn't it? It's like weird. On a
Yeah, I
rock.
suppose it is. It is weird when you think you can just dig a hole and you might find it.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to go and make something and sell it.
Mm.
It's right there in the ground. What was the big one they found? The Welcome Stranger or something?
Oh, of course. We're missing a major thing here. I was in The Nugget, the movie about a gold nugget. Can't
my
believe
God.
you've forgotten that, Glenn.
Oh,
Yeah, and so...
yes. Did you find them? You found one
We found a gold nugget.
in the movie. I love that film.
Yeah, it's in the mountains in Mudgee. We find this massive gold nugget.
By mistake. And you find it, don't you, in the movie?
Yeah, I find it.
You go off for
I find it.
How do you find it?
Got a gold detector. Haven't I?
Were you intending to find?
we were fossicking. We were amateur enthusiasts.
And then you fell out doing the three of you.
Which is what happens. And then, a spoiler, they melt down the nugget. I think Alan Bro's character melts down the nugget.
Yeah.
And it pours down the street, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. That's right. But don't you come back at the happy ending? Don't you
It's
come
sort
back
of
at the
happy, yeah. We're all happy at the end.
end? And then I think Eric Banner's character turned into the Hulk, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly. Got really angry and pulled everybody apart.
Yeah, the Welcome Stranger, that I think... And when I was there, I drove around a lot. I was so bored. And I went to Hill End where they found that's where they found the biggest nugget. The second biggest nugget was Warrandyte in Victoria. But the biggest nugget was Hill End, I think. Was it the Welcome Stranger?
I think it weighs about 80 kilo or something.
Oh,
That's more than me.
yeah. The one we had wasn't gold, though. It was plaster of Paris.
Plaster of Paris with a bit of... They went down to Bunnings and got
Gold
a bit of
paint.
gold spray. Come on, get the good gold spray.
You know what? We could do the nugget too. With all these movies coming back, like Beverly Hills Cop's back, but they brought Sea Change back. We could do the nugget. I'm available.
I think maybe a TV series, The Nugget.
Yeah,
Well,
Eric's around.
He'd love it.
Would he? I don't know. He might be above it now.
But what's the storyline?
Stephen Curry's around.
What's the storyline for
Well,
Nugget 2?
Karen Pang, my wife's still around. The only one who sadly passed away was Belinda Emmett.
Oh, she was a lovely, incredible
She was
girl.
a
beautiful talent.
A really
One of
lovely
the most
person.
beautiful singers I've ever heard, I think.
Belinda. She was a really nice person.
Yeah. What would the plot be? Why would you come back together?
We'd have to find another nugget. It's not rocket
Yeah, but
science.
you can't just find another nugget. That's too convenient. Maybe you...
Do we find something else? Do we find like a silver? It's a copper.
It's the Holy Grail. It's the same as all those Quest movies.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's scrap that for the time being.
Gold, what is it? They call it bullion, don't they? And then it comes in bars, doesn't it?
Mm.
Bars of gold bullion. And you have it in jewellery. You have it...
In your teeth.
If you've got gold teeth out and you're listening, please don't feel bad about this. But do you think gold teeth look attractive?
No, but they look good on gangsters and rappers.
Already the people who've got gold teeth are going, you think I look like a gangster?
I mean, I think I've got a gold filling. Yeah,
Well,
don't we
then
have gold in
pull
the
it.
teeth?
No, that's silver, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Sure, I've got some gold somewhere because they said that's the best thing for it.
Because gold is quite soft, is it not?
Yeah, it is. It's a soft metal.
And it doesn't rust.
I didn't know that.
No, it doesn't rust. Have you got anything gold in your life? Besides your tooth, maybe.
No, just the Nugget movie poster.
I got my dad's old watch,
Oh,
which
there you
is
go.
gold. And I've got a couple of old watches that are from the family. But I don't wear anything gold. Like, would you ever like a gold chain?
Nah,
or
I don't
anything,
like
or
that.
a gold ring or a gold...
You know what I've got? I've got old gold chocolate.
Do you like the old gold?
Nah.
It's too much sugar.
Nah, it's too dark.
I'm 85.
Yeah, you love a bit of dark chocolate.
Yeah, but I don't go with the gold. I think it's got too much sugar in it.
Yeah.
And what else can we say about gold?
I don't think much else.
It's the noble of all the metals. There are a lot more things rare in the world than
Oh,
than
yeah,
gold.
absolutely. They reckon there's still a lot of gold in Ballarat, for example. Heaps of gold.
Should we?
Should get up there.
There's still open mines up there. If you go for a walk at night, would you fall down one?
Yeah.
Does the mine shaft go straight down, or does it go?
Well, we used to go into them in Warrandyte, so we would ride our bikes over. There's photos of us on a BMX set. And they used to all be open, so some would be just like you'd walk into them.
Yeah.
Like a big drain, and then they'd all drop down and thing. But some were like a shaft, like you could fall down them really badly. Yeah, absolutely.
It is surprising that they are still out there.
Well, I think they're blocked off a lot these days. But I reckon there'd still be some you could fall down. Oh, yeah. Got to be careful.
Okay.
You know what, Glenn? You are gold, as Spanner Belay once said. You are gold.
It's number 1 in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Gold, silver, bronze. Interesting, isn't it? Copper didn't get a look in, did it?
No. What about platinum or...
yeah, platinum. Well, hang on. In the world of Qantas frequent flyers, I think platinum's above gold.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, gold probably has a slight connotation of pretty good, but not the best.
And platinum, why is platinum so good?
Is it harder? Heavier?
Oh, crap.
What about lead?
Yeah, what about the party? Okay, so we've got the party. Gold walks in.
Oh, but there's gold. He's not turning up first. Who's there?
Bronze is handing out the drinks. Copper's there.
Oh, yeah,
Copper's there. Copper's there, all right.
Yeah.
Bronze is there. Silver thinks they're pretty hot shit.
What about tin? He's working on the door, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on the door. A bit tinny. And when gold walks in, I was like, oh, gold's here. And then platinum.
No, hang on. What has happened when gold walks in?
Whoa.
Surely there's a moment.
Yeah,
does it go quiet when gold walks in? And what does gold think of himself?
Pretty good. Pretty happy.
But is
Hey, Silver. How you going, man?
I think gold thinks he's better than he is.
Yeah.
He's a little bit strutty, and he leans up, and he would give off a connotation. Don't mess with me. I know people.
Yeah.
I'm worth a lot in other parts of the world, so I know people. Whereas if Platinum walked in, don't even look him in the eye.
No, Platinum's already here. He's in the VIP area. He's not talking to you guys.
So what other metals are there that we haven't thought of?
What's the one that they mine that they have to use for electric cars and phones and stuff? Everyone goes on about it on the internet. I can't remember what it's called, though. Lithium? Is it lithium? No, that's a drug. Something like that. Oh, let's talk about spring rolls? Springtime. Wow, springtime. How exciting, because we're in Melbourne and spring is about to start.
The southern states
How many days? By the time this comes out, spring will be sprung. Yes.
In the southern states, not so much Melbourne, you kind of get hot and cold, really. That's kind of it. So a little bit higher up, you do get that sense of the 4 seasons of the... Well, they say Melbourne can have 4 seasons in one day, which is a bit boring. But...
Yeah, that's a song by,
Who?
Crowded House. 4 seasons in one day. You know that one?
I do know that one.
You do know. We got a song that Glenn knows.
I know. You knew gold.
You knew gold too.
Yeah, I just didn't know the other one.
4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, the other one. Springtime is a happy time.
I reckon it's a great time.
Because you're popping out of the winter of our discontent, popping into the spring of your content.
And it leads to summer.
Okay, I'm going to give you one
season.
One season all year.
I'd say spring.
I'd take spring too.
Yeah, summer's a bit hot for me.
Summer gets a bit too hot, and up north it gets
too
way
hot.
too humid. And like way up north, they have either wet or dry. They don't.
I
can't. If you're in Darwin, you're not having a springtime.
No.
The trees aren't budding up there. Whereas in the southern states, you're getting... I'm looking at the window now. I'm looking at that tree over the road there. Is that budding because of spring?
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah.
But hey, what's the worst thing about springtime?
Pollens.
Yeah, hay
But apparently
fever.
that's not necessarily true because the trees do things all year round. But you're right.
When the hay fever... Have you ever had hay fever?
I never used to, but
No, same here.
But are you getting it now?
I got it about 2 years ago. I didn't know what was happening to me.
What were you getting?
Congested,
Yep.
itchy eyes,
Yes.
sore throat. And I went into the chemist.
Hang on, I'll get the pharmacist because they're the best one to take you through. You're telling the young girl at the chemist what your condition is.
Yeah, and George, the chemist, said, you've got hay fever. I'm like, what?
Well, it's good to know that there's hay fever in a way.
Well, yeah, it's not COVID or something like a flu.
But all the little pollens, because your nose does the work, and all of a sudden you're going, and your body's going, I've got to get rid of this. I'm going to produce some snot to fire it back out again.
Every time I hear springtime, I think of that song and the Producers. Remember that song? Springtime.
Song for Hitler.
For Hitler. Another song you know.
Is that offensive?
No.
To some people?
Well, yeah, it would be. But as Mel Brooks said, he was Jewish, and he said the best thing is to make fun of the Nazis and Hitler. That's true.
But what's the song about?
Springtime for Hitler. Well, I mean, the whole basis of that play is they're trying to make a play that's so offensive that it gets cancelled and they lose their money.
Yes,
but then they
right.
make their money, don't they?
Yeah.
They're trying to make...
It backfires.
Yeah, it backfires because it becomes a success.
Yeah. Is springtime Lent? Not that I'm religious.
What?
It's Lent, isn't it?
I don't know.
Neither do I. I don't know.
You're the Pope.
That up.
You're not the
Look,
Pope.
I'm not the Pope, but I know the Pope. Is the Pope a sort of lawnmower?
There's a Pope sprinkler. Yeah, there's Pope
Is that
sprinklers.
offensive to Catholic people that named a sprinkler after the number one?
I don't know. Yeah, possibly.
Trees bud, flowers come out, bees have a good time. What else?
I love spring.
The air is sweeter.
Yeah, it's good. Sun shines out.
Bang. What are the months for? In the southern hemisphere,
Well,
the months are what?
we're in August at the moment.
So-
By the time this comes out, it'll be September, October, November.
Are the 3 months of spring?
Good months.
Gee,
Good
we're
months.
like school teachers.
Spring has sprung. It's just a good season.
It's a happy time.
I reckon. More people come out.
Hello, neighbour.
Yeah, hello. Yes, hello, birds.
Hello, birds. Hello, bees.
What's
It's
that?
springtime. I'm happy.
Where's that from? It's not the Truman Show or something, is it? No.
It is the Truman Show, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or is it from Groundhog Day?
Oh, it's one of them.
It's one of those great
One of
films.
them. Well, we've done enough springtime, even though we haven't done that much, but we've done enough.
I mean, everyone knows what spring is, and I think people love springtime. I think if spring and autumn got together, people are going to choose. Well, they're going to choose spring over winter.
Hey, imagine that party. Summer's there, partying on. Winter's all depressed. Autumn's a bit down, but not too down. You
But
know
he
what I mean?
looks good.
He looks good. Good colours.
He's
Good
got
colours.
good tone. He's got good tone. Whatever he's wearing, he goes, that's really appropriate.
I reckon spring's really optimistic. you know?
Spring's a little bit annoying.
Yes.
A little bit, grass is always green. A little bit, yeah. Okay,
Yes.
it's all right. We know, yes, you're happy, you're out and about again. Just pull it back a little bit.
It's funny.
So, and then summertime,
Oh, party on. Bikini, bathers, whatever.
I don't know, is summertime a little bit arrogant?
Yep.
He's a little bit, hey, don't mess with me. I can I can physically turn up the heat. I can take you down, my friend. You know, if I blow a hot north wind, you are, shitting yourself. Yeah.
Well, let's talk spring rolls. Spring rolls. I love a spring roll.
Oh, my God. I mean,
Ooh.
I could have predicted that fairly easily, but what is it about a spring roll that you love? Is it the fact that it's deep fried? Does it have to be deep fried? It does, doesn't it?
You can cook them in the oven, though, but it needs some oil.
For those of it, what about people who've never heard what a spring roll is? Are there anybody who doesn't know what a spring roll is?
Well, we've done Chico rolls, which was an Australian version of it.
Which is more of your cabbage
yeah,
and...
not as good. Spring rolls must be Chinese.
I would say Chinese or Vietnam. They're rice paper rolls, aren't they?
Yeah, I assume most people would know what a spring roll is around the world.
What are the ingredients? Veggies, some sort
Cabbage.
of protein, cabbage, some bit of
Chicken or pork?
sprouts,
I don't. You know what? This is controversial. But
shrimp.
Oh yeah, but prawns, pork. I don't like the little ones that much. I feel there's too much casing and not enough content.
I know. I hear what you're saying.
Because I get these giant ones at the market, and giant spring rolls they're called.
Okay, so the other ones you were talking about as big as your.
Yeah, as your.
No,
yeah.
I'm going to say about
Yeah.
as big as your middle finger.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, and how many would you get? How many could you eat?
You get six in a. You go to a Chinese restaurant, they'll bring out six maybe.
See, what you're undervaluing is where you get the spring roll, the little one, and you roll it in lettuce leaf.
Oh yeah.
What are you groaning for?
Whatever.
Don't you love the contrasting crunch?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
With a little dip. Is it fish? What is it? Fish sauce?
Yeah, it sort of is a fish sauce.
Or you
isn't
can have a
it?
chili sauce.
Or a soy sauce. What I like.
So that is your mini.
I like a big spring roll.
Hang on, I just haven't finished on the minis yet. I just
Okay.
want to talk back. So when they come around with the finger food on the tray at the party, right? They're coming. There might be some spring rolls in there. Would you have one there?
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
But I often don't go back for a second because I'm underwhelmed by them.
How many would you have in a sitting? Okay, let's just say we're going to the football or we're going out to a market somewhere.
We'll just stop you there. I'll have one because they're shit. I want something big.
Would you have a dim sim or would you have a spring
dim
roll?
sim.
Okay, you'll go dim sim. If they said, oh, we're all out of dim sims, do you want a spring roll? They're only small. How many do you want? 3?
Yeah, I suppose. So how many would you have?
Jesus, under sufferance. Because, you don't want to eat too many, but I would say 2, 3.
Well, these ones I get at the market. They're
Okay,
they're as big as a baby's arm.
they're as big as, hang on.
Have you seen them? You've seen them,
I
haven't
have
you?
seen them, and I've had one, and I think it's the same
Yeah, giant
because
springs.
the van goes to the market near our beach house.
They go to Fairfield, they do Woodend, they do Lawn, they do Aries.
Is
they
it always
do-
out of a van?
It's not a van. He has like a
A tent.
It's
Yeah,
a tent.
okay.
Yeah.
It's not like he has a shop that he does it.
No, there's no shop.
Yeah. And they are about as big as a long can of Coke? Or is that too big?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they're big.
But
Yeah.
they're white.
They're
So can
wide.
you get the whole thing in your mouth?
Yeah, you can. Not the whole thing, but you can get the end of it in your mouth. Absolutely. You can't. What are you
I'm
suggesting?
not suggesting anything, but is it like some things like a hot dog you can get all of it in?
Oh, it's kind of the same size of a hot dog, really, actually, but it's not as soft as a hot dog.
I just don't think you can bite the whole end of it off, can you? You got it's two
Yeah.
bites to get the end off.
Yeah.
Which end do you start?
Well, doesn't matter. The ends are the same.
Are they?
In a spring
Isn't
roll.
there a folded end and a cooked end?
No, I don't think so.
So they're both folded. Both ends are folded.
I think so. It's not like a dim sim.
No, it's not like a dim sim. What is it? A pastry?
I don't know. What pastry is that?
Why did we ring him up?
Let's ring him up. I've got his
Have you-
number.
How have you got his? Why have you got his number?
Because sometimes I text him, where are you?
You do not.
Where are you, Ollie?
I'm coming
Ollie,
down, Ollie.
I know him. He's a good guy.
So you've got to talk to Ollie and get to know him to the point where you.
I know his wife. I know his kids. Daughter's an
What?
actress.
He's going to leave stuff to you in his will, I reckon.
Oh, I'm a big
So
fan.
we can ring Ollie now. We can get. Oh, this is great.
You know who else is a big fan of his spring rolls? Angus Sampson.
Is he?
Yeah, because he goes to the market and talks to him. And I said, Angus Sampson's a big deal now. He's in The Lincoln Lawyer. He's in an American series. Anyway,
Yeah, good on
he's
him.
doing really well.
I like Angus.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's playing Cisco, which is a seminal character.
I saw that
If
film,
you-
The Mule. Oh, that was a.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go up, Ollie. He'll freak out.
How's he going to cope with this? Will he be doing spring rolls right now?
All right, could be in there.
G'day, Dave. How are you, mate?
See, who knows who I am? Ollie, it's Dave O'Neill here, and Glenn Robbins is here.
Yeah.
You're on our podcast.
Ollie, look, we haven't met. I'm a big fan of your work. I've bought your spring rolls down the coast. My partner and I share one. We go, that's the best lunch we've ever had. We have them about 11 o'clock, and we walk back and we don't need lunch. That was absolutely delightful. Congratulations. Have you won awards for your spring rolls?
No, Glenn, I don't want any awards, mate.
You don't need them. You don't need awards because you are.
No, I
You're the spring roll king.
thanks, mate.
How many stalls do you have on the average weekend in the Melbourne, Victorian metropolitan area? You know, how many do you have going?
Well, usually on a weekend, Dave, between 5 to 6 we do on a weekend.
Yeah, they're good. What's the essential ingredient that goes into all of them?
What makes it a great spring roll in general, Dave, is the fresh ingredients. So what we do is we go straight to the farm gate and pick up the best cabbages, the fresh cabbages and the Asian greens that we can get our hands on. So as soon as you get fresh ingredients, whack them in the pastry, put them in the deep fryer. Great.
Job done. So it is a pastry, is it?
It's Asian pastry.
Right.
You can't just get the normal dough or puff pastry. It's not going to work.
No.
So it's not going to have the same effect.
And so your recipe is from a long line. How did you come across?
How did you get into it, Ollie?
Well, look, let me give you a little bit of history of spring roll.
Great.
It originated in China about 265 to 420 AD in the Eastern Jin dynasty.
Wow.
You know, back in the day, they only have spring rolls during the spring season where they harvest the fresh ingredients. With spring,
Interesting.
everything comes out of the ground. Put them in your spring roll, and they have it once a year. That's why it's called a spring roll.
Yeah, right.
So they harvest the fresh ingredients when winter's finished and all the blossoms coming out, and they put it in, and Bob's your uncle, you got a spring roll.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And so how'd you get into it, Ollie?
Well, my grandmother used to make spring rolls when we were little.
Yeah.
They were pretty big. She puts the cheapest ingredients in there, Dave.
Yeah, no good.
And I never liked it. I said, "Oh, Grandma, can you use at least good quality meat like pork belly or duck?" And she said that they're too expensive.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to put up with these.
Is there an optimum width or length? Is it like, because obviously you want the ingredients in the middle to cook? Can they be too skinny or too fat or too long or too short? Have you got a ratio number, a theory on that?
Majority of the spring rolls that you buy these days, Glenn, is tiny because it's easier to roll. They're easier to cook because the bigger spring roll you get, the moisture of the cabbages and all the ingredients in it, it's going to come out of the pastry. So as soon as you put it in water, it's going to explode.
Yep.
So there's a fine balance the way you have to make, the bigger you get, the drier the ingredient has to be. We've worked on it many, many years to make sure that ingredients inside the pastry is dry, so it doesn't explode. So I'm not going to give you the secrets of making it really dry.
I've stumbled across something. It's like Coca-Cola. In fact, you can't fly on a plane with the rest of the family because the recipe will go if
We had staff that worked with us for a few years. They've taken off to Perth and copied the way I did it. So they're actually in Perth now doing what I'm doing.
It's unbelievable. And what do they call them? They're not Giant Springs, though.
I'm not going to give him.
Yeah, let's not give him a plug. Let's not give him a plug.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
But I've got to say, I remember I was talking about this, and the name was not good. The name was like really big or really low. It's like, what? Giant Springs has got a ring to it, Like,
yeah, that's right.
How does the pastry stick together? Is that egg or something? How do you make the pastry stick?
No, we don't use any egg. We just put water. It sticks to it. Yeah, just a bit of water, and then it seals itself.
Have you considered going into a supermarket line?
Glenn, no. Everything's made by hand. It's
Right.
not going to be cost effective because
Right. Yeah.
the supermarket's going to bargain you down as low as possible. And we're not about that. We're about quality and and handmade.
Yeah. Did you ever talk to the South Melbourne Dim Sim guy?
Because he put his kids through private school.
Yeah, he did.
He maintains that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he says that.
Well, funny you asked, Dave. We were at Anglesey Riverbank Market, and the kids of the people that started the South Melbourne Dimmies, they come up to us and say, "Hey, can you supply us with your vegetarian spring rolls?" And it's really hard to supply a third party because the cost is pretty high with labour in Australia. So I said no.
Oh, you turned them down.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Keep a monopoly on what you're doing.
Then you found some dim sims on your front doorstep. It's like,
No, I didn't even get that.
yeah. No, thrown against the thing. They won't. Well, we'll keep doing the good work, Ollie. It's incredible. They're great.
I love your work. And what are the sauces that you offer?
We've got chili sauce or sriracha sauce. We've got soy and vinegar and sweet chili, sweet soy. I'm about to add hoisin because people say,
Hoisin, yes.
put some hoisin in there because you've got a duck spring roll. You need some hoisin.
Does it come in a bag or does it come
in a bag?
Yeah. So if there's any bits that pop out the bottom, you still get that little bit bag in the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, we're soon to supply spoons so you can scoop up whatever's left over.
I feel like one right now.
I tried the other day. You had garlic prawn. That was a good one. Are there any ones you've had a crack at that didn't work? Because you've got dark chicken, pork, and the veggie ones are very good actually. But have you had a crack at
prawn? We got eye fillet beef. We did have Thai green curry in there with rice. The Indonesian nasi goreng as well.
Oh. Didn't sell?
No, none of those.
No.
You're getting a bit too complicated. I need to streamline everything.
Well, thanks for talking to us. Got any ideas for a spring roll, Glenn? What do you think?
Well,
satay chicken.
You've got to give a nod to something. Could you do a Wiener Schnitzel one?
In the Philippines, right?
You're Filipino, Ollie, aren't you?
I'm Filipino. Came here in 86, so I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
So in the Philippines, if you run out of pastry and you go, I want to make a spring roll, but I don't have any pastry, you can just stir fry the ingredients and call it naked spring roll because there's no pastry.
That could be good for.
I like this.
Yeah.
Glenn would
like that because he's in
naked.
health.
Yeah.
Well, you can have naked burgers now that just come in a bit of lettuce because people don't want the bread. You're onto something there. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Ollie. Thanks for talking to us.
Mate, you guys are the best.
Good on you, man. Keep up the good work.
And Giant Springs, keep an eye out for them at the markets, in Melbourne and Victoria. Thanks, Ollie. Thanks, Ollie. There we go.
He's a good man.
Giant Springs.
Yeah.
It is funny you bring up the South Melbourne guy sending kids to private schools because the grandkid was working in one of the stalls. No, the son.
Oh, really?
And he said, yeah, Dad made all this money, sent us to a private school. And I said, oh, yeah, and you're working here now.
Bang.
Anyway, no, maybe he's a lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah, too steamed, Ron Fried. Thanks very much. Get on with it.
Maybe he's a lawyer. Okay, so...
We need thinking music.
Yeah, well, we could have a bit of...
Made Goldmember, trailer from Goldmember.
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger?
Goldfinger.
Well, it's Goldfinger and there's Goldmember, what's the name film?
Austin Powers.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
That was like 2 or 3, I think.
They're funny
Very
movies.
funny.
Or we could just, spring
Oh,
roll.
no. What about your movie?
Oh, The Nugget.
How about we have is there a scene from The Nugget or could we have The trailer from the
I haven't
Nugget.
watched it for a long time, but there is a trailer.
Yeah, so you watch it all the time.
Watch it every week.
You make the kids watch it, don't you? You
Come
sit down,
on.
you eat spring rolls and go, watch the Nugget again.
Watch
Dad.
it again, kids. Yeah, okay, well, the Nugget trailer.
Yeah, let's hear
That'd
that.
be funny.
The whole thing there is one big chunk of gold.
Finding it was easy. Holding on to it will be a real miracle.
Where's the car, guys?
We go and leave a multi-million-dollar gold nugget in the back of a ute. We should have made it easier for him and left the keys in the ignition.
I think I didn't I?
Now everyone wants a piece of the action. To get back the nugget, it'll take everything they've got.
No, we're just getting back what's ours.
It's ours and we want it back. What are you doing? Not so tough neck.
I was going to do something.
Eric Bana, Stephen Curry, Dave O'Neill,
$2.40 short.
What's so funny?
So it's just, we're so rich that...
We could buy 2 burgers each, easy.
the nugget.
You're 2.40 short.
Oh, what a movie.
I
Swear, the Nugget 2
It stands up.
didn't do that well, though, at the time, but it did really well on DVD and stuff, apparently.
It delivers. It's a good
People
film.
still talk to me about it.
Of course they do. And that would have been
20 years ago.
20 years ago. Gee,
The
we
Nugget.
don't look any different.
No.
Oh, well, you don't. Yeah.
All right, so what's your...
Well, I think spring rolls has something to do with springtime.
Well, Ollie said that. It's got
Yeah.
something to do with springtime. I don't know what's gold. Is it Gold Rush? Because I know we did Dim Sims and Gold Rush.
Oh, that's it.
It must be the Gold Rush in springtime, spring rolls.
I agree with you. I think it's got something to do with Gold Rush. They made it for because they made Dim Sims to take down the mines, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're going well.
What else we got?
What else we got? We'll make these little spring rolls. But Dim Sim was probably all year round. Spring probably came. It was a celebration, some sort of good luck in springtime.
Ah,
you
a Chinese thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if someone said, what about rice paper roll? Shut up, you idiot. What about sushi roll? Shut up. We said shut up.
No. Do these.
This Japanese guy said sushi rolls. No, shut up.
Yeah.
All right, well, what is the answer, Sam?
Ollie from Giant Springs Goddess, half the way there, here's the other half. These golden cylindrical shaped rolls symbolize wealth and represent gold bars.
Well, there you go. I didn't know that.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
People should know that. You know what? Ollie should know that.
Ollie should know. Well, I'll tell him next time I see him.
But having said that, he wants to be able to sell it all year round, and it is a wonderful winter dish.
It is a great winter dish.
It's a good dish any time of year. There you go. They've gone. Let's make it like a gold bar.
Do you
And
have
they're a
yeah,
tube,
they're kind of big, aren't they?
and they are golden.
They're not square, though. Do you believe in good luck charms?
I reckon you had a lucky shirt.
Oh, my shirt I used to wear.
Yeah, it was
The
which was
check
rare.
one,
Was
red
that a
and-
lucky shirt?
Yeah, red and blue. I had 2 of them, actually.
I heard a story about a guy who was a cricketer.
Mm-hmm.
Told me by the late great Shane Warne, which was he would sleep with his cricket bat
That's right.
for good luck, and
Yeah.
then they snuck into his room and got his cricket bat. He was an opening bat for Australia, I think, and they got his cricket bat, and for a bit of fun, they sticky taped his cricket bat to the ceiling of his hotel room. And he goes, "You fucking asshole. Now it's more good luck to say, no, I didn't get to sleep on the bat. You really messed me up." So then that day, he went out and made 100.
Wow.
So from then on, he had to get in his hotel room and stick his head to the ceiling of his hotel room.
That's
So,
funny.
do I have anything? Good luck charms. I don't.
You'd have to get a ladder. Anyone got a ladder?
Well, you could probably stand on the coffee table.
Oh, true,
Stand-
I suppose.
yeah, well, you can probably stand on the bed. You'd wobble around a bit on the bed, wouldn't you? Do you have any lucky charms or anything like that?
No, not really. No. But I know, some footballers have lucky underpants or socks or...
It's something to do with a rabbit's foot.
Yeah, the rabbit's foot's a lucky
Not
charm.
lucky for the rabbit, but
No.
but what was that? Was that like did you hang it around your neck or something?
Yeah. I think so. Yep. Absolutely.
And there, I remember there was it tiki's?
Oh,
From
the
New-
tiki, yeah.
Is that a good luck charm?
Yeah, or in the Brady Bunch, it was bad luck, remember the tiki episode? Remember the tiki episode?
You say it like everyone would know the tiki. What happened in the tiki episode?
Well, Oh, they found a tiki in a cave and they took it out, and then everything bad started to happen to them.
I can't imagine something bad happening from a
Brady Bunch episode.
No, from a tiki because
this is in Hawaii. The Brady Bunch episode. I think it was a tiki.
Yeah.
The thing about that though is that Hamish and Andy were asking for travel stories, and one guy rang up and started telling the Brady Bunch tiki story.
Oh yeah.
And then someone had to bring up and go, "That's the Brady Bunch."
It's not real.
It's not real, guys.
No. Maybe my theory is this. This is my theory in life.
Yep.
Good comes out of bad. So bad happens. You're about to have some good luck.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go through the bad things to get to the good things.
Yeah, and you can't just keep on having bad things. So in a way, something bad happens. You go, okay, well, something good is going, and it's your job to find the good thing in the bad. It's yin and yang, really, isn't it? Really,
yin and yang. That's right.
If I said you've got to wear a lucky charm,
what?
Surely, if you had a
mini nugget,
a somehow related thing to hang around your neck.
Yeah.
Oh, how good would that be?
I think I'd rather a nugget. You know what? I'd have a chicken nugget.
Oh, what's the name? People have shark's tooth around their neck.
Yeah, shark's tooth. Absolutely. Yeah.
Again, it's pretty horrific, really.
But as we've discussed before, sharks have a lot of teeth, don't they? Which I learned on this podcast.
Well,
I think I learned that from you.
All I say is this: when
this is the final word, guys.
This is the final
word. Get ready for this.
The podcast is ending. This is going to be
it.
And some people have taken this up. Friends of mine have taken this up. When we all used to sit down for a meal with Dad, or you'd sit down and you just made yourself, a toasted sandwich or something, or a bowl of soup. Dad would look at you and he'd go to you, "Who's the lucky boy? You are."
Oh.
So I reckon that's the lucky charm you carry around with you. So if someone's about to do something that they've got something new, or they've got something they're really proud of, or who's a lucky boy you are.
Well, my dad. Well, I know that was the final word, but I'm going to tell. My dad, when Mum would serve up chopping 3 veg, Dad would eat it and go, "Oh, this is bloody good, Joyce." And then he'd say, "I wonder what the poor people are doing tonight." And I'd always say, "They're having Red Rooster."